Welcome everyone. Welcome to Growth School. It's amazing. It's really amazing to have. It's really amazing to have everyone joining here. It's really phenomenal. Thanks for joining. It's another moment of Growth School. You know, every time it's time for Growth School, it's that phenomenal moment where we share very exceptional, very phenomenal thoughts on the things that can help you grow your life, be better, do better, and then you can also transform every area of your life. First and foremost, I want to appreciate everyone who made it to Money Summit last week. All right, it was so phenomenal, and the videos are still there online. We see lots of people still watching them. I'm happy about the testimonials. I'm delighted about all that I've heard about that summit. Okay, it's really amazing and it's really great. All right, today you remember I shared on the post on this channel when I spoke about the fact that Dr. Temilola Adeyemi will be speaking to us today. All right, this is going to be our second time on Growth School. The first time was really amazing. We shared on the concept of wealth system, and between that time and now, a lot of things have changed. So we will be having Dr. Temilola Adeyemi after this introduction. Okay, this was introduction we used some months ago. All right, and a lot of those profiles still remain, and I will share on current updates that we now have. So Dr. Temilola is waiting backstage, and she will be joining immediately after this introduction.
Temilola Adeyemi is an award-winning financial expert with a passion for financial literacy and education. She's proud to have graduated with first-class honors from Bowen University, Nigeria in 2013, where she was named the best graduating student in her department with a remarkable CGPA of 4.53. This achievement made her the second student in the department's history to graduate with first-class honors since the school's inception in 2002. She went on to pursue a master's degree in finance on a scholarship in the same institution, where she also worked as a graduate assistant for 2 years. As an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN, and an associate chartered stockbroker, ACS, she has been able to leverage her expertise to provide guidance, education, and advice on various financial topics, solving the pain of financial uncertainty. She is passionate about the SDG goals of low poverty, gender equality, and decent work and economic growth. And she strongly believes that education and financial literacy can help achieve these goals. In 2022, she joined Money Africa, a Nigerian financial literacy company that uses technology to teach financial literacy through courses, consultations, webinars, and other methods. Since she joined Money Africa, she has successfully led numerous projects, including training over 10,000 African women on financial literacy, creating portfolios for over 100 individuals and couples, writing over 100 finance articles, training over 500 business owners on business finance, and participating in several speaking engagements, both corporate and community-based. She has been privileged to speak at corporate and community sessions for MasterCard, Colored Grey, Handtech Market, Leadway, Braven, Ingressive for Good, Techie Train Institute, and others. She has gained significant recognition for academic and professional achievements, having been featured on various radio, webinars, and TV programs, highlighting her expertise in her field of study. As As a PhD student, she has also had her work published in several reputable journals, which has cemented her reputation as a talented and accomplished scholar. Recently, she authored a groundbreaking book titled Investing Manual for African Women, which has gained worldwide popularity and attracted buyers from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Gambia, and many others. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Growth School, Temilola Adeyemi.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Temilola Adeyemi. It's nice to see you again. Right now, Dr. Temilola has moved on. Now she's an investment specialist at Grand Towers Limited. All right, she works there um, as an investment specialist, and it's amazing to see the awesome work you do, the way you advise people, the way you have made people take wise decisions financially, and I know the audience are ready to learn from you tonight. All right, just take it away. And I'm really delighted. I will just be waiting here with my pen and my notes, just trying to learn from you. All right, welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I remember that was it last year that I actually had the opportunity of meeting Dr. Abiodun, at a TED program. And I was like, wow, this is somebody I've been receiving his email. I'm sure he doesn't even know how far that has gone actually in helping, giving me the confidence to be able to finish my own PhD program myself. So when I met him, I was so excited, meeting him in person. And now I love it that he has given me an opportunity to come and speak to his community again. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Abiodun. I love what you're doing and continue to steer us up. I know someone else also has a similar opportunity to
All right, guys. I guess our network have some issues. We'll be hoping to have her back very very soon. Okay, so while she's sorting out a number of things with a network, we will just quickly speak on certain things. Okay, now the concept of money magnet is something that is very, very, very essential. Okay, now a lot of you right now, I shared in my email that led to this webinar that a lot of people are used to understand the concept that, oh, I'm chasing the bag, I'm trying to also to get the money, I'm trying to strive to make the money, I'm trying to do all of those things. But the true way to really make money is not by chasing it, is by becoming an attractive force to draw it. Okay, the people who have built wealth in the world today, when I say wealth, I don't just mean those who have temporary money and they don't have a system to consistently grow it. There are people who understand the attractive force of actually making money come to them. And I shared last week that money is made anywhere in the world, basically through four means. Money is made anywhere in the world, basically through four means. And I advise that you go watch the video. I have the replay on this channel right now. You're watching the monetizable skills of the new economy. Okay, money is made, number one, by working. Money is made by investing. You get money by begging, or you get money by stealing. And the two legitimate means of actually making money that would not put you in trouble is either by working or by investing. And when we talk about the concept of making money by working, it means that you have a means of offering value such that you are able to make that money again and again. All right. So money have a means of making making you change your life, accomplish phenomenal things, do essential things in your life, and then you can keep improving again and again. So you can build an attractive force that brings money to you. Do you know there are people that exist in this world that people take their funds and beg them to collect it? What's happening there? It means they have become an attractive force that now attracts money that many people pursue after. Look at you right now. You have been saying, oh, I've been chasing the money, we're chasing the money, we're chasing the money. How much of it do you have? Okay, so money responds to value. Money responds to value. The moment you have the kind of value that can bring that money to you, then it will be attracted to you. You know, recently, I think some days ago, or maybe yesterday or so, I started thinking of how most of the people, you know, we have the northern part of Nigeria and then we have the southern part of Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria is where we have most of the Hausas, the Fulani, and then a lot of those tribes. In the south, we have the Yorubas, we have the Igbos, we have the Jaws, we have a number of tribes like that. Now, have you ever thought of how a northerner would leave the north and come to the south, and after a while the person will be building a very nice house in his maybe in his state or maybe in his village or somewhere he's coming from, and you find out that they always tell you they want to travel to meet their family. Have you ever heard that the family they left, how do they usually survive? This is the system, and this is what I observed. When a northerner comes to the south to live, at the instance they may have nothing. Maybe all they got was maybe the little funds that brought them into Lagos, into Abuja, into Lagos, into maybe Ogun State, into Oyo State. That may be all they have. Sometimes many of them plead to stand on lorries that bring stuffs from the north to the south just for them to come to the south. Now, a northerner can really tell you that, okay, God, make I just the work for you. They may be helping you carry stuff, they may be helping you to move things, they may be working in a site and doing all of those things. But while they are doing that, they are creating a value called a business on the side, which means the money they are getting from you, they are not thinking of that fund as something they want to live with for a long time. Have you ever noticed? They don't consider that fund as something they want to live with for a long time. That's why you see them after working, they come in the evening and then they are selling stuff. Some of them are selling fruits. Some of them are selling biscuits, sweets, and all of those things. Some of them are selling various number of things, which means they have an entrepreneurial mindset that even though they are working to make ends meet, they need to build a business that can create recurring value over them. And when such northerner who came into Lagos, for example, at the age of 18, when the guy becomes 45, that particular guy already has a house in his state. The guy already has something he's doing. He already have a means that he's using to send money back home. He may even be establishing another business. He will bring someone else into that business, and then the person begins to learn, the person begins to work, the person begins to do a lot of those things. And that is how most northerners, they build wealth. Okay, they think entrepreneurship, they understand value. But let me tell you, on the other side, somebody who grew up in the southern part of Nigeria, for example, the guy reads book, gets a degree, gets a certificate, fantastic and amazing, and the guy goes get a job. All right, the guy stays in a job, and while the guy is working in that job, the guy relaxes and say, every month I know his salary come, every month I know his salary come, and this is what they do with their salary. Most of them do not build businesses with the money they get. They do not understand how to save up for futuristic projects. What do? You see, most, what they do is they use the funds and salary they get to begin to compete with other people. They say, oh, this guy got this amazing suit. Oh, let me also go and get this suit. And most of them stay in the middle class. Oh, this guy is doing this with his fund. And then they try to spend the money. The money they do not have, that they do not save up, they begin to compete with it. Can you understand that? So they do not think that, how do I turn this money that I am making into a business or into a structure, into a system, into an investment plan that can make me earn again and again. All right? It's something that you need to really take note. I'll come back to that after Dr. Temilola Adeyemi is done with her session. All right, Dr. Temi, just take it out from there. You're welcome back.
Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm loud enough.
So clear and loud. Perfect.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. My laptop actually was due. A laptop was due for a reboot, and it just decided to go off just when I was going to speak. Thank you so much for having me back. All right. So today we are going to be talking. I'm supposed to actually share my screen, but because I'll be doing this on my phone now, I don't want to. It's still doing the old booting. So please permit me to just speak to my slide, and while you keep looking at my beautiful face, right? Thank you. So today I'm going to be talking about something very important that we all need to, learn about, which is money magnets, building attractive forces to earn more in the new economy. Honestly, a lot is happening right now in Nigeria, and except you are living a different world, but if you are all living in this country together, even a day-year-old baby knows that something is fundamentally wrong. That is how bad it has become. Because by the time you as a mom have to buy diaper, and the diaper you bought maybe for certain price last month, the month after it has increased. Cost of food for baby has gone up. Even you to feed is you have to spend. Then we know that at that point it's not just the adults that are feeling the pain. One way or the other, a lot of people are feeling the pain. So we must begin to learn what are the dynamics that we must put in place, what are the things that we need to do to ensure that we have enough to be able to live by. And that is exactly what I'll be talking to you about today. So a lot of things have been happening subtly. They have been able to increase the fuel price, fuel price now, if you are lucky, you get it at 950, 1,000, and some other places are even getting it, at higher prices. And let's not even go into inflation. Inflation keep going up every now and then. Presently, we are on more than 34% in inflation rates. A lot of things are happening. And even that rate is not even giving us a picture of what is happening in the economy. Things are going from, I don't want to use that word, but things are not going the way we want. So we must begin to think, what can we do? People are literally either resigning from their job to take up new ones, or they are asking for an increase at their job place, or they are asking for an hybrid structure for those who are already not doing that, right? A lot of things are changing, and we have to now start putting structures in place to this new reality that economy life has brought to us. And if you are complaining that things are expensive, oh, tell me, things are expensive, I can't even feed my mouth, talk less of investing. If you are complaining about things being expensive, the real costs of living, the real high cost of living has not even come. It's going to happen in the future. It's going to happen at retirement. It's going to happen in your own 10 years' time, in your 20 years' time, in your 30 years' time. So we must begin to ensure that we put structure in place to accommodate that season. So today I'm going to be talking to us on money personalities. I'm going to be talking about money personalities, how important it is that you need to write down your goals, the power of budgeting, the power of planning, building an emergency fund, diversifying your portfolio, starting a side hustle, invest in personal development. These are some things I'll be touching on today. First of all, I want us to look at a few kind of people, because it is very important that you even understand who you are before you start saying, oh, guys, I am doing well with my finances or not. The first kind of people that I'm going to be talking about today, they are the money mismanagers. What do I call them?
money mismanager. You see this kind of people, they are terrible when it comes to managing their finances. They lack organization, no foresight, no discipline. When money comes to their accounts, they spend it anyhow. They don't have budget. Let me tell, how will you know somebody who is a money? I'm going to be talking about 4 different personalities. And like I said, the first one is money mismanager. How do you know who a money mismanager is? Just like I said earlier, they lack organization. When money comes into their account, they don't have plan for it. They spend as it comes. Their house rent meets them, every year, looking for money, looking for the next trip to gather, to pay for their house rent, to pay for their children's school fees, to take care of the things that matters. This is the kind of money personalities. So before we even start talking about, how can you attract money, you must learn how to manage what you have. One thing is that if you can successfully live in Nigeria, I believe you can live in any other country of the world. Strong people live in Nigeria, So you must begin to learn it. This has gone, this is no longer a matter of, it's the woman that manage. When I give my wife 100,000, when I give my wife 200,000, she will manage it. It has become the duty, the role of everybody now to learn how to manage. We must be able to plan ahead. Don't wait until your children are going to resume school fees before you start setting money aside. Don't wait until you have everything in abundance before you start setting money aside, a certain percentage aside to take care of yourself at retirement. So these are the first category of people. They are money mismanager. They don't know how to manage money. They have, they don't have budgets. They don't have anything that have to do with putting structures in place. They just spend as it comes. It's not going to be you. The another category of people I want to talk about, they are the money maestro. And we are talking about the money maestro. You see this category of people, they have mindsets. Okay, let me first start with the money martyr. This one, they are the savior. You know the martyrs now. They are the one that would die either by crossing, terrible death. They are the money martyr. And I will call them the Messiah. They are always helping people. Always helping people. Is either they are helping somebody who just got into debt, or they are contributing to a cause in the church, or they are doing something in the family house. They are too generous that they have even forgotten themselves. Now, while I'm not saying you should not be generous, you must be somebody who is able to put structure in place. If people can always press you, the way they're going to press the buttons of their ATM is an assurance that you are not careful enough and you are a money martyr. A money martyr does not have boundary. Anybody can come anytime to request money from them. They are the people that the urgent 2K guys are going to get away with because they are always ready. So the problem that some people have is not the problem of I don't have money. It's the problem of they don't know how to say no. They say yes to everything. Yes to when their children says, "Oh, daddy, I want to buy new shoes." Even when they don't need new shoes, they have to buy it for them. Yes to when their family come around and say, "Oh, we are gathering money for Ashwebi and all of that." Oh, if I don't gather, if I don't commit, if I don't pay now, it will be as if I'm being stingy. They know that I'm working with Microsoft. They know I'm working with this big organization. They have idea of how much I'm earning. So I need to also put my best foot forward. They don't know how to say no. These are the money martyr. They are the savior. And today you must be able to learn that as much as it's good to be generous, you must now start learning how to ensure that you don't become so generous and affect your own finances. Has it ever happened to you before that somebody said to you and say, "Oh, despite all the money that you are saving, you are earning, are you saying you don't have savings?" Forgetting that you have always been the one at their mercy, helping them out of troubles every time they have trouble. They are going through certain seasons. People are going to abuse you in the future. That, despite all the money you made from this job, are you saying you don't even have a house to yourself? You don't even have consistent income to yourself? They're going to ask you. So you must learn how to create boundaries. When you say, oh, I'm going to give you 20,000 is what I'm going to set aside for this cause this week, you're going to stick to it. That is who you are. Another category of people, they are the money maestro. And you see this money maestro guys, they have a mindset characterized by financial competence, confidence, and mastery. You see these people, they are not in dark. They understand what they are doing. And that is the kind of people I want you to live with today. They are confident. They have budgets in place. They have certain percent that is going into their emergency funds, the one that is going into their retirement, the one that is going into their life insurance. They are not living their life to guesses. They are not saying, oh, government is going to take care of me. They're not saying, oh, my organization is already paying pension, that is enough. No, they have system in place and they are the money maestro. They plan their monthly spendings. They don't just say, okay, we just go to the market and go and buy a bag of rice, a bag of beans. They plan their money and they review their spending. They also, after they have even budgeted their spending, they still review it. Oh, did we spend too much here? Did we spend lesser here? So that they will be able to plan appropriately next time when they have to plan. They are the money maestro. And they also identify areas where they need to cut back. See, you must understand we're in a situation where we must begin our innovative mind, our disciplined mind must be activated, where we begin to look into what are the things we need to cut down. You cannot say that you are still earning the same salary you are earning last year and you are drinking bottled water and you are still drinking bottled water. Do you get what I'm saying? There are some things that have to change. You know, you're not impressing anybody. You're not impressing anybody. Oh, I don't want it to be as if I've just been going to work. I've not been carrying my card. You're not thinking maybe I'm broke. It's your account that will eventually tell us if you are broke or not how you appear. So you must begin to rid yourself of the mind of how people think, the mindset of people about you, and begin to think for yourself, think for the future. And I'm going to talk about this last category of people. They are the money maverick. You see, these ones, they are genius. They possess a bold and fearless mindset that challenges status quo and embraces unconventional approaches to financial success. They are the ones that when they say, oh, there's this new investment opportunity, they are always on it. They are not dulling. They are not saying, oh, but my grandpa some years ago invested in the stock market and he lost all his money, so I'm not investing. That is not going to be you, because your grandpa is likely does not have maybe a sound understanding of how the market works, and that was why the person lost his money. Well, you are going to learn from their own story and begin to use it to build your own story. Is it that they don't have enough financial knowledge? What do you need to do to ensure that you don't repeat the same mistake they made? That is what you are going to do, not that you just capitalize on their weaknesses. So a money maverick does not capitalize on the weaknesses of others. They usually challenge the status quo. They are investing, trying new things, trying new businesses, trying new opportunities. That is who a money maverick is. And they are not afraid of taking risk. So they diversify their portfolio. They have some investment here, they have some investment here. They diversify their portfolio. They are sound, they are smart. So today you're going to be going away from here to there, being either the money maestro or the money maverick. That is who you're going to be. But also they have their own downside. And their downside is that they could be impulsive because they always want opportunities. They cannot afford to see, oh, the market is down. Oh, my shares is down. They will go ahead and sell. So this, the essence of today's webinar is to ensure that you are able to master your emotion, regardless of whatever market situation or market season that we are going through. Another thing about money maverick is that they lack consistency. If you are serious about retiring with enough to get by, you must be consistent. To become actually financial free is not in how much you invest, but it is in your consistency. How often do you do it? Do you just invest in Apple today, then you leave it until after 5 months again? Or when you say, oh, it has fallen, let me go and sell. You have to actually create an investment strategy. What strategy are you going to be putting in place, What strategy are you going to be putting in place? Are you going to, say, okay, I'm going to be using the dollar cost strategy, the dollar cost averaging, where you say at every time the market falls, I'm going to buy more of these stocks. Or I'm going, or anytime what's it called now? At the beginning of every month, I'm going to invest this amount of money. Because if you wait till the market, is perfect, the market cannot be timed. If you wait till the market is perfect, you will never become financially free. You will never be able to have a good investment arrangement for yourself. So these people, they lack consistency, and that is not going to be you. And they are overconfident. They believe, oh no, I've done my research, I've gotten enough information, I know what is good. They are overconfident. That is not going to be you as well. You are going to lean on the knowledge of others. You're going to trust experts. You're going to, watch news. You're not just going to take decision on your own. And lastly, they take decision in isolation, because they are the first to discover the opportunity. They say, oh, this opportunity I just discovered, I won't tell anybody. Nobody will know. And that's how they will enter into scam, and they will be scammed. So you have to be very careful of the kind of personality that you mirror. That takes me to the next thing on my slides. So how then do you ensure that you make the best of your personality after today? Is that you have to then start creating your goals. You want to attract more money to be able to survive this economy, you need to create a goal. You need to create your goal. And your goal, see, one thing you must know is that less than one people have written goals. A lot of people don't write out their goals. Oh, I want to have 1 billion. They don't even think it through. If I should ask people that are watching me right now, that have you ever sat down to think, how much will I need at retirement? Have you ever sat down? Maybe we have few percentage. And if you have people who have thought about it, the next question will be, have you started implementing, or have you started creating strategy to see to it that you achieve that goal? Another few people. So spending less than 10 minutes or less to write a goal can change a person's life. You will sit down and say, what are the things I want to achieve when it comes to my finances? Let me tell you 3 ways by which you can plan your goals. There are short-term goals, there are mid-term goals, and there are long-term goals. The long-term goals cannot wait for the mid-term. Neither can the mid-term wait for the short-term. Imagine you saying that, oh, because my long-term goal is to be able to relocate by the time I'm age 50 to Canada. Or no, let me use Canada. Let's use, okay, maybe your long-term goal is to be able to have certain amount of money by retirement, right? The truth is that if because of that goal, you don't say, oh, because I'm planning, I have 1 billion naira in my account at retirement, I won't take care of my children's school fees. Does it make sense? So you cannot pause one for the other. A lot of people are using their children as their retirement goal. Some people are using government as their retirement goal. This is the reason why Africans continue to experience vicious cycle of poverty or poverty cycle, because we are depending on our children for as our retirement. So you're going to come into retirement and are saying, oh, after all, I send them to school. They must give me money. I'm not saying it's bad for you to take care of your parents, but you don't want to be in the category of parents where children will be ignoring their parents' call and say, Daddy is calling again, mommy is calling again. That will not be you. So as you are planning now, you must begin to plan for the future. What are your short-term goals? Oh, Temi, I plan to take some courses before the end of this year. It's going to cost me $500. Let me start setting to $200 every month. I'm not saying that is, you know what I'm saying. Oh, Temi, I plan to build house. It's going to cost me 50 million naira. I will start setting this amount of money aside every month. You know? So these are some things that we need to look into. What are those things that are taking that are taking that are actually going to serve as a limit. Another thing that we need to talk about is that these your goals, like I said earlier, you need to write them down and work with them so that you will be able to come back to it every time, and it's going to be the roadmap by which you are able to navigate through life. Now, let's start talking about it. If you have your goal in place, you must take your spending serious. You can't say, I want to achieve financial freedom by this age, and you are still spending, you are still spending the way you spend. Economy has changed. Nothing has changed in your own spending. You are still eating out. You are still eating out. You are still, buying things anytime they say there is discount. December is coming, there will be December dating. People are going to be spending a lot, impressing people who don't even care about them. You need to have a budget. A very good budget style that I love that a lot of people need to practice is the 50, 30, 20% budget rule that says 50% of your income, 50% of your income should go to your needs. Now, because each person to his own, right? What we are earning is different. What that simply means is that the larger percentage of your income should go into your needs. Needs are those things that you can't do without. You need to pay for your house rent. You need to pay for the food you eat. You need to pay for the water you drink. The shelters, the basic necessity of life. Then we have the wants. So we are going into December, a lot of wedding will be happening, and they might say, come and buy a shrebi. And maybe your own is able to go to the beach, enjoy yourself with the family. It's good. You've worked for the money, you deserve it. But then you must be able to see it as not a necessity. If you don't go to the beach, if you don't go to the cinema, you will not die. Nothing will change, right? So you begin to categorize them as wants, those things that can wait till the future. And lastly, which is actually the priority, but is the one we do last or we don't even do at all, is that you begin to set 20% aside to take care of yourself. I mean, you are the one that do the work. Some of you do 9 to 5, some of you do 24 hours, 24/7. You work around the clock, you go for extra shifts, and you don't pay yourself. You are the machine doing all the work, and yet you don't pay yourself. You are going to learn how to do that. The first thing is to pay yourself first, regardless of how much you are earning. If you are saying to me, economy is hard, there is no money, this, that. If you still earn 1 million naira, if you don't practice saving, delay gratification, saving, when you actually have good money, you will not still be able to do it. So that is why it is very important that you begin to set aside what percentage can I, use to take care, can I pay myself as the machine bringing the money home? Because that money that you are setting aside is now what will take care of the future. So it's very important. We need to learn how to budget. You must look for apps that helps you to budget, or get Google Sheets that you can use to budget, or just put it in a paper. At the end of every month, myself and my husband will sit down, we budget our spending for the month, we track the previous spending just to be sure that we are not going overboard, and if there is a need for us to adjust in some things. You cannot be thinking of financial freedom without you putting budgeting in place, because budgeting will help you realize whether you need to increase your income. What percentage, especially if you're in a relationship, what percentage do you need to be bringing to the table? What effort do we need to put in place to ensure that we achieve financial freedom? Financial freedom is no longer one person's role. It's no longer the man's role. It's no longer the woman's role. It's everybody's role. So it must be a joint effort if you are married. And if maybe this is also good for those who are not married, to be able to ask the right question. You don't want to marry somebody that you will end up helping them to pay debts, right? So these are very, very important. We must put structures in place first. Another thing we must do is that we need to prioritize our goals. If you are going to wait till you start earning million before you buy your first land, before you buy your first stock, it may never happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to prioritize from all these goals that you have listed. I want to build an emergency fund. Emergency fund is that amount of money that you need to take care of your bill, unplanned expenses. I want to have that. I want to ensure that I buy my first landed property. I want to ensure that I have money for my retirement. All of these things are important, but you have to prioritize them. Which one should I be putting more money into now? Which one has the short time span? Which one is more important? You cannot leave emergency fund to be pursuing retirement plan. You cannot leave buying house to be pursuing. You must do everything side by side. So you need to prioritize your goals. And as you are doing that, another thing you must do is that we have come to a season where you cannot just be comfortable with one source of income. I was listening to Dr. Otabilo. I think, I don't know if I'm correct, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but he's a pastor in Ghana. And the man said he has 15 good sources of income. 15. So you must begin to think. Your money, your source of living cannot just be coming from your job. It puts you under pressure. You will always look for where they are going to pay you. If there be any money that they're not able to pay you early, you will be under pressure. That is not going to be you. So you have to start thinking, how do I put structure in place to earn more? How do you do that? You can leverage on your expertise. Yes, I manage the portfolio of the company I work for, but I'm also a financial advisor. I help people structure their portfolio. What is that thing that you do very well at work? Are you an accountant at your work? Are you a customer associate at your work? Are you a salesperson? There can be a business you can bring out of that. It is no longer sensible that we begin to dwell on just one salary anymore. No more. You cannot turn that thing which you have learned over years. You can monetize your knowledge. You can start selling to people. You can come up with books. That is why you cannot afford to say, oh, I don't know what they're doing with that ChatGPT thing. No. You have to go and learn how to put it into place to make money. Write books that will help people. Look for people that can help you. Go and learn how to run apps. And if you don't know how to do it, you can use money. You need to use money to make money. That is what I keep telling people. Last year, I said, okay, what do I need to do to actually bring more money to me? And I realized that I need to go and learn content creation, despite having a PhD. But there is a way you write content that it is research kind of thing. There's a way you write content that resonates with people. So I have to go and learn it. And I started putting it out on LinkedIn and like that. And that was actually what marked a shift in my income. So you have to start thinking, what do I need to do? What skills do I need to take for me to be able to, get more opportunity out there? You need to leverage on your hobby. What are you good at? What is that thing that will wake you up from the bed at night? You will jump and say, yes, I can talk about money. I can play guitar. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. You have to leverage on your hobby. And don't be afraid of learning new skills. Just like I said, don't say, oh, me, I studied finance in school. I don't have anything to do with arts. You can make that your own side also. And if you have flair for business, you can go for it. But ensure that you are not limiting yourself. I've talked about what you can do in terms of expertise and skills. How about income? Do you know? Some people don't even know that their investment can give them income that will be taking care of their monthly needs. Why are you working? Is it not for you to be able to feed your mouth and make enjoy life? How about that if you begin to put structure in place now that will be generating you monthly income? Do you know you can invest in savings bond in a way that it will be paying you monthly? Do you know there are fintech platforms that they will be paying you certain percentage every month? I worked with one of my clients. When the father died, he left them with some money. And they were like, okay, tell me, we don't even know how to pay, but I just got them. I said, don't worry. Let's sit down and structure this thing out. How much do you spend on average in a month? They said about this amount. Okay, you have this amount, right? This is how we're going to distribute it. Now that the money that the father left for them, we structure in a way that money is giving them what they need to take care of themselves monthly. And every year we're going to be rolling it over till till eternity. Till they decide to sell it off. So they are not eating into their inheritance. They are leveraging on that inheritance to take care of themselves. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to sit down and say, oh, I spend on average 200,000 naira. How much do I need to be able to get 200,000 naira with income every month? Then you start putting structure in place. Do you know some people also make money from dividend? There are some people that they leverage actually on just dividend alone. Do you know there are that category of people? Recently, GT declared interim dividend of 1 naira. Access Bank declared interim dividend of 0.45 kobo. People are leveraging on dividend. You have to look for solid organization that you can invest in and be earning money from it. You can make money from affiliate marketing. You can make money from commission. You can make money from, from learning new skills, from teaching people. Don't just be an onlooker. People are taking advantage of opportunities of this generation. You must join them to take advantage of it as well. And lastly, you must be somebody who add values to your organization. I see a lot of things happening, and maybe may make me to begin to wonder that I think I share a different mindset. People feel, oh, they brought me into this organization to work as a customer associate. Nobody should give me any additional task. If you want to give me additional task, then you have to give me money. No, that's not how things are done. You need to, everybody, when I was at my previous workplace, my boss would say, everybody in this organization is a salesperson. You might be seeing it as they are putting pressure on me, but it's going to help you later. It will help you to be able to market yourself. It will help you to be able to put yourself out there. Money is not coming to people that are holding their mouth. It's coming to people that knows how to make use of it. So you're going to know how to write out, oh, these are the things I've been able to achieve in the past 1 year. I was able to increase our sales by 60%. I was able to complete this program. I was able to, so that by the time you are putting a letter to your HR, you have something to defend your increase. That is why some people, they are still in the same spot, earning the same salary. It's not going to be you. So you have to ensure that you put structure again in place that will make you earn good income. I've talked about building emergency fund. Let me touch on it again. Before you even start investing, please go and put emergency fund in place. A lot of people, because of the noise of, oh, go and invest in the stock market. Most people I can see people putting 2 million naira, they don't have money. 2 million naira, some people even borrowed. Some people even ask me that, Temi, can I put my house rent in stock? I say, don't do that, though. The first thing you must do is to build emergency fund. That money that will ensure that if things don't go the way you plan tomorrow, you still have something to fall back on. Enough of, this just last month, I can't tell the number of people that reach out to me and say, I'm in debt. Temi, can you help me? If you have put structure in place with the help of God, you won't run into debt. You will only bite what you can chew and not go beyond what your ability can handle. So emergency fund could be 3 months of your living expenses or 6 months of your living expenses, so that in case you lose your job, you still have 3 months to be able to run around and say, guys, please, I've lost my job, but I need your help. You will still be able to go through life comfortably within 3 months. But a lot of people, they don't have any saving. They are like, the economy is hard. For 5 years ago, you say economy is hard, no saving. Today, economy is hard, no saving. It will not get better. You have to devise a strategy, guys. So let's go to it. Let's talk about having a diversified portfolio. Let's talk about, and that is what I'm going to be ending tonight's conversation, so that I can take questions. It is very important that you have to start building your portfolio. If I should ask you, where do you have your investments? How many places do you have your investment? Do you have investments in stocks? Do you have in bonds? Do you have in real estate? Do you have in ETFs? Do you have in commodities? Do you have in even local foods? Do you know that as at March, they were selling palm oil for a keg was going for around 20,000. Now, I think it's around 30,000 plus or more. So you must begin to think, how do I ensure that a lot of people put so much in stocks so that when the stock market goes down, they cannot breathe. They're like, hey, Access Bank has gone down again. Let me quickly go and sell, because they don't have an investment strategy. You have to be able to say, what percentage am I going to invest in stocks, and why am I even putting this money in stocks? Don't ever invest money that you cannot afford to part with for the next 2-3 years in the stock market, except you are trading. And if you are doing that, you must also have some amount of money that goes into bonds, the one that goes into maybe treasury bills. Treasury bill is doing well right now, paying up to 21%. Or maybe commercial paper, corporate organization are saying the interest rate environment is high. We don't want to go and be borrowing at 35%. So they are coming to you, they are offering you 28%, 25%. You have to jump on these opportunities. And you have to put your eyes down just to know where opportunities are by. The rich, they are not the rich. You cannot see the rich complaining that this is that. They are always looking for how can I make money from this season that people are saying there is no money. They are always thinking ahead. They are always looking for how to make more money, not how to spend more money. So you are going to have you are going to come up and say, okay, 10 million naira is what I have. This percentage is going to go into stocks. This percentage will go into ETFs. This will go into treasury bill. This will go into commercial paper. You must have a reason that is getting each of this. And if you are already maybe around age 50, there is a limit of the percentage of your investment that can go into stocks. Because stock market is a volatile space. The market is up today and is down tomorrow. Let us assume we have a global meltdown. Will you be able to sustain yourself, for maybe let's say 5 years? Do you know that the stock market did not reach its all-the-time high after it fell 2015 until last year? 15 years, like a number of years after, many years after. You see? So you have to be very, very careful and say, okay, what percentage should I put in stock? What percentage should I put in fixed income brackets? So that regardless of whatever happened in the market, you don't jilt or sell because of the fear of what is happening. So let me talk briefly about some of these opportunities. You can invest in the stock market. What does the stock even talk about? When you're investing in stock, it simply means you become a part owner of the company. Some of us, we have iPhone, we have laptops, we drink Coke, we use Microsoft products, but you don't even have 1 unit of share like this, or even a fractional share. You don't even have. And these are the people that are actually, you are spending money for them, but you don't want to earn from them. That is what that means. So every time you are buying something, be thinking, how can I also make money from this thing? That is what you must be thinking. How can I also make money from this thing? That is what you must be thinking as well. And aside that, you must also start thinking, how can I also be a partaker of this dividend they will be sharing? You have to look for companies that pay dividend. You must have the reason for investing in this company. Don't also just invest in a company for investing sake. Is the company a growth company? Is the company a dividend paying company? You must know. A growth company, they are not going to be paying you so much dividend, but you can expect that they might grow as high as 50, 100% in a year. And you must have a strategy of where you're going to exit. At some point in this year, Nvidia became the largest company in the US, on the stock market of US. But now it's no longer the biggest. If you had not pulled out when you were supposed to pull out, you will be at loss. Then we have dividend-paying companies. There are companies that they will say, we don't have any innovative thing we are doing. We just want to keep our investors by paying them from whatever we earn every year, whatever we declare as profits. We have those ones too. And those ones, they'll be paying you dividend. So you will know that those ones, you can rely on them to take care of certain needs in the future. Then I've talked about treasury bills. Treasury bill is the way by which government raise money from citizens just like you. Even if you buy shares and the shares fall terribly, one thing that cannot happen to treasury bill is that the federal government that is issuing this security cannot run away. If they cannot pay you back, the worst they will do is that they'll go and print money to pay you back. So it's close to save. And right now it's going for about 21% in a year. You must have a portion that is going into that. And also you must leverage commercial paper. I've talked about commercial paper. Commercial paper is how corporate organizations raise money. Even though there are a lot of time, the minimum entry price is 10 million naira. But fintech are making it easy. I'm seeing some that are not saying if you have 500,000, come and invest in commercial paper. There are some that will say if you have 100,000 naira, come and invest in commercial paper. Opportunities are bound, but you must look for it. You must find it, and you must review the companies that you want to invest your money in. And lastly, I'm also going to talk about real estate. Either real estate as you are buying a landed property. People are going into shortlets. They will buy studio apartment, buy this, buy that, and be, giving it out for people who might want to just have a stay vacation and all of that. People are making cool money from this. You just have to find the environment where that kind of business is going to be productive. Or maybe even partner, come together. I know some of my clients did something like this last year. Real estate investment group, they pulled money together and then used it to buy a whole building, and they were renting it out, got a property manager who is helping them manage, and they will be getting certain money every year for the next 15 years. There are opportunities. You must look for it. And there's real estate investment trust. Oh, I don't have money, tell me, but me too, I want to take advantage. You can invest in real estate developers plan. Those ones, they will use their own money to set up real estate opportunities and then redistribute it to you in units. So every time they pay they pay rental, what's it called, rent, or they sell it off, you make money. There are just a lot of opportunities around. You must now learn how to get it. And last, I'm going to talk about ETFs and mutual funds. There is also mutual fund and ETFs. So the way you're saying, oh, me, I don't want to buy Apple, I don't want to buy Dangote shares, I don't want to buy all of those things because I'm afraid they might fold up one day. How about that you go for ETFs that tracks some of these sectors? There is an ETF that tracks the best 500 companies in the US. And there are mutual funds, investment bankers, those who are experts in this thing, who will set up a portfolio that we now invest in all of these things. They will invest in commercial paper, invest in certain company stock, and then they will distribute it to you in units. Don't just look for what is comfortable for you. If you cannot invest in stocks, invest in mutual fund. If you cannot invest in mutual fund, invest in ETFs. Ensure that you are not just going to rely on just your whatever you are earning alone. And lastly, you have to invest in your personal development. You cannot say that, oh, I want to earn more, and it's still the same you. Nothing is changing. You are not reading books to expand your knowledge. You're not taking online courses. The same traditional way of doing business is still what you know. They're going to outrun you. Technology is not waiting for people. You have to be deliberate about what you put in your mind. So you have to take up online courses, watch YouTube videos, attend seminars. Every time you are saying, me, I don't want to spend, I'm just looking for free videos, you are spending so much time. You're going to be wasting a lot of time. Go to people that are getting it correctly. Look for 2 to 3 experts in your field. They are doing it rightly, and study what they are doing. Replicate their success. I'm not saying you should copycat them, but there is something you can learn from them. Is it their consistency? Is it their model, the model they put together to ensure that they become good at what they do? You to do something. Nobody is doing anything new. They are all reinventing. So you must begin to reinvent and ensure that you do all of these things. I believe by the time you put all of these things I've talked about together, you will be able to do well in this economy. You'll be able to increase your income. You'll be able to manage your spending, and you'll be able to retire well. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. Thank you so much. Over
Thank
to you
you
now,
so
Doctor.
much. Thank you, Dr. Adeyemi. It's really, really amazing to learn from you, to listen to the amazing thoughts that you have shared on how people can begin to attract money, all right, on how they can begin to attract money. And there was that emphasis on the economy we are in right now. It's not the way it is. We are in a kind of there's that 7 years in Egypt at that time. There was a time when it was so plenty and people never knew there would be this season, all right, but the people prepared for it, they are saved from what is happening today. Okay, and it's really important that people know that if you spend too much away, by the time the season of plenty comes, you would have nothing to really live by. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeyemi, by that. While others, if you have questions, please drop them. Dr. Temilola Adeyemi will be doing well to answer them. All right. So while you were speaking, I was trying to write down some questions which I also think the audience would be willing to ask. And my first question is, from your experience working with career people, because I know you've worked with a number of career people. That's when I say career people, majorly those who have jobs they are doing, those who depend majorly on salary. They may have other things they are doing, but salary is their core. What are some of the regrets you found out that many of them have when they get to the latter part of their career? Okay, like when many of them start aging, there's always that season where they have a number of regrets and all of that. What are some of those regrets that you find out that they have? And this is for those who are young right now, they're involved in a career and they want to prepare for the latter part of their lives.
Honestly, that question is something that we need to actually put our mind to, right? And I will just go straight to the point and say their first regret is not starting early. Is not starting early. Before I came to this evening's webinar, I was also on another webinar which started 6 p.m. And by the time I was done, I shared with them how if somebody started investing a 13,000 naira every month till they are age 60, right? 13,000 naira every month till they are age 60 at average return of 15% per annum. The person roughly, I think, will be able to have around maybe 8 million or something. No, I think around 6 million. But because this person is being consistent and they started early enough, you'll be surprised that this person will have around 300 plus million naira in retirement. If this person now says, oh, Temi, I don't want to start early. I'm going to start when I'm age 30. We did that calculation again. We realize that the person will not have 300 and something million, but rather they will have around 60 something million by age 60. What is different? The same amount of money, but different start points. One started at age 20, the other started at age 30. The truth is that if you are single, you are blessed with the gift of early years. And you must not say, after all, I'm not married or I'm married, but I want to enjoy life a bit. The earlier you start, the better. You will require lesser money if you start investing on time. So a lot of them, when I share opportunities, and they'll be like, wow, Timmy, I didn't know. Oh my God, I wish I started early. Another thing, regret that they share is that they don't put their mind to learn about financial knowledge. See, financial literacy is not for those who study banking and finance. It's for everybody. It's not for the I'm the man, I'm the sole provider, or I'm the woman, I'm the one that take care of our bill. It is everybody. You must bring everybody into it. You must bring your children, you must bring your wife, you must bring your husband, because if you want to journey far, you must go with crowd. Do you understand? So if you want to ensure that you achieve this thing, everybody must be cohort into it. A lot of them journeyed alone. They didn't share this mindset with their wife. I see a lot of people say, oh, I don't know you're going to help me convince my wife. I don't know you're going to help me convince my husband. See, if you are single on this call, you must begin to think that the decision you want to make, and it's not just going to be you, you're going to be asking questions. Part of the question you're going to be asking your partner in marriage is the matter of money. You want to learn how they manage money, how they see money. You want to learn either that person, I started talking about money personalities. You want to know, are they money maestro? Are they money monk? Are they the people that waste money? Are they generous people that don't have boundaries? These are some of the issues that most of these people are facing. They didn't bring in the right people into this plan early enough. And lastly, I will also say that the neglected opportunity. They'll be like, how I wish I invested in Dangote some years ago. Now he's on 1,000. Now he's on 500. Every time you see opportunity, ensure that you dig deep and see if it is something worth investing your money in. I think those three things are part of their regrets. Thank you,
Amazing.
sir.
That's really, really profound. And I know for many who are watching right now, you're young, you're working, you're doing a number of things. You should start thinking investment very, very early. Okay.
Really.
All right. There are some young people. I know there are some young people, fresh graduates, and maybe those who have graduated for a while, and they seem to maybe have some money, or maybe those who are close to graduation, and they are listening to some of the things you're saying. Oh, you're talking about stock, you're talking about ETF companies, you're talking about bonds, you're talking about treasury bills. But to them, they feel like I will need a lot of money to start these things. Okay. And most especially for even those who are middle class, who are in the middle class, for example, what are some recommendations you would make for them? Like, does it just mean that, oh, if I choose to invest right now, everything will blow up and it will be fine? Will it happen that there are instances where some may fail, some would not? I know you answered that question, but specifically for people who didn't get it at that point, I want you to like re-emphasize for on those things, diversifying your portfolio, and what kind of recommendation do you want to make to low-income earners at this time?
Thank you so much, Doctor. So I'm going to say that you don't need, I was talking about it and I said, oh, commercial paper, you might need 10 million, and this one, you might need this million. But fintech has made it so easy that you don't need 100,000, 500,000 to start. With 5,000 naira, in fact, with 1,000 naira, you will buy company stocks now. Gone are those days where you need to go and be looking for stockbrokers, going to their offices. Today, you can go on platforms. I don't want to start mentioning, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention platform, but today you can go on platforms. Most of these companies now have their own, the fintech arm of their business. You can go on those platforms and go and give it a trial. You put 5,000 there, buy your first UBA Foods, buy your first Okomu shares, buy your first GT, buy your first assets, right? Just start with what you have. And just like I said, if you are young, people with the older ones wish that they are in your shoes. They feel that you are blessed. Now is the time for you to do more of, if possible, high risk assets, because you have the years ahead of you. They cannot afford to put, say, 60% of their investment now just in stocks or into risky assets, because if the market should fall, they cannot it will take them picking the pieces of their life again. So you can diversify, invest in stocks. You can invest in both foreign stocks and local stocks. You can invest, and there are several platforms. Just like I said, I don't know if I'm permitted to be mentioning platform. I know some of us already know about some of these platforms. All right. I don't know, Doctor, I have a go ahead, right?
Yeah. You
Or
can
no?
go on. Just take it away.
Okay.
Just go.
All right. So some of the platforms for foreign, I know some of you already know about it. You can invest with Bamboo. You can invest with Optimus. I use Optimus for my foreign investment. If you have never, you go on there now. After this call, go and download it. Show that you have interest in their US stocks. They will enlist you. Buy your first ETFs, buy your VU, buy your VGT, buy your triple Q. Just start with something. The truth is that if you don't try the water, you will not know how deep it is. Don't wait until, when I have 50,000 sha. No, start with that little now. And then for the local stocks, there are a lot of them. There is Meritrade, there is AfriInvest, which is AfriInvestor 2.0. There is even ARM has their own platform. Trove, you can get from Trove, a lot of them. And when we're talking about mutual funds, Cowrywise is a good marketplace for mutual funds. You will see different categories. And if you are not comfortable with all the fintech platforms, just go to their website, get their customer, their contact address or something, and just reach out to them. They will know how to get maybe their manual processing to you. But that do you need so much money to start with? No. Start with what you have. When I was going to buy my first ETF, I had just 10,000 naira, to be honest. Yes. So please, just every time, and don't say that, oh, I'm any a little. If you are any 100,000, you can do 10,000. If you are any 50,000, you can do 5,000. Just start with something. You cannot, the generation we have right now, you cannot solve all the problems. If you're earning less than, you will still be able to plan your life around it. So live your life as if you are earning less than 10% of what you are earning. And I believe that some of these persons I mentioned, they will be a good place for you to start. Thank you once again.
Amazing, amazing. It's it's a lot. Like I know you shared a lot of knowledge. Okay. And I will be leaving you. I'll be releasing you very soon. I know how much you have to sacrifice to be here, even if many other people who are watching don't know, because I know how busy you are. Just a final question: how do we still live a good and healthy life and make very good investments without beginning to live a very major life? Okay, in a way whereby you'll see people who say, oh, because they're investing, they now become so stingy on themselves. They don't eat well, they don't feed well. When they are sick, they just want to go through a very quick way to treat themselves. And eventually, they are so lean, but their investment is very fat. So, what would be your counsel for such people? And also, finally, tell us about your products and how we can access them, like your book, your digital products. How can we access them? And how can the audience connect with you after this webinar?
Thank you so much. So that's another category of people, they are always afraid. They are the people that they can have their money, they prefer to have their money in their deposit money. I don't want to mention any bank now. Oh, tell me, let this money just be in my deposit account. I don't want issue. It's better for me to be seeing it like this. They are fearful, they are afraid, just like you said. The truth is that if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot enjoy the sweat of your labor. What's on the else of you doing all of these things so that you can come to retirement and enjoy life? So what I'm going to advise in this regard is that you just have to put structure in place. I've said it, I said it in the course of my presentation, that have a plan. So let's say that 1 billion naira is what you need at retirement. Now sit down and think, what do I need to start setting aside to make this possible? So that you can still be able to take care and enjoy yourself. Don't just work, work, work. If you work, 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 and God forbid anything happen to you, the people who never sweat or go through this terrible time with you, they'll be the ones to enjoy the money. So I would say that have a budgeted life. And that budgeted life simply means that have a percentage that is going into going into certain things at different time, and give yourself time. That is the problem that a lot of youths have. They want to attain heights that it took some people 20 years to attain just in a day. Just enjoy life as it comes to you, but ensure that you are doing things correctly. Ensure that you are putting system in place. But should you not say, oh, because I want to build house, you're not going to be feeding well, you're not going to take care of your health, you're not going to do things that pertains to you having a robust life, it's not a good place to be. So again, I will advise, ensure that you put structures in place. And just to touch on another thing again, is that ensure that you have insurance, life insurance, or at worst, have health insurance. Don't leave your health to chances. The kind of food you eat is very important. The way you take care of your health is very important. Some people actually, they are making the money, but at the end of the day, when health issues happen, they spend a lot of money on it. This is the time for you to, and don't say that every time I go to the hospital, they waste time. And because of it, you have spent so much money taking care of illness. No, leverage on health insurance if you have one. If you don't have one, ensure that you get one for yourself, get one for your family. You don't want to see that when we are reviewing your budget, the highest money going out is into taking care of malaria, taking care of this sickness or the other. Health insurance is very important. And same with life insurance. There are organizations that will give you that access, that by the time you come into certain age of it, or maybe God forbid, the demise of a father or a mother, their children are not left suffering. You know, they take care of your beneficiaries, take care of things that surround your estate, so that you don't die like that and then your children are suffering. We don't pray for death, but we ensure that we put structure in place. I hope that helps. Thank you so much, everyone. If you want to connect with me, I'm very available on LinkedIn at Temilola Adeyemi. When you type that name, you will definitely see me there. And if you want to, maybe speak to me or something, you can actually chat me up on that platform, or you can even go to www.temnoladeyemi.com. That is a website I'm building to ensure that I put more financial, details, lesson and everything out there, so that you can become better with your finances. And if you need somebody to help you manage your wealth, that is what I do. Of course, you can reach out to me again on LinkedIn, and we can actually take it up from there, either for a one-on-one session, or you just need somebody to help you put sense into your investment portfolio. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Mustafa.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeyemi. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you for sharing very insightful knowledge tonight. Is really, really amazing, really phenomenal depth of knowledge. So, guys, you can see that. Just go on LinkedIn, type Temilola Adeyemi, and then you will see her straight up there. You would have seen the amazing profile. Do well to follow her on LinkedIn. Do well to reach her for your investment advice and get the best counsel from the best minds. All right. Thank you so much. You can also visit www.temiloladeyemi.com. So I also hope that when you go there, you will get some of our products, some of our offerings, and the things that you can learn from her. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeyemi. It's really grateful.
Thank you.
I'll reach you up to now. All right. Thank you, guys. Please do well to follow. Dr. Adeyemi. Do well to reach out to her and then connect with her after now. That's really, really amazing. And you heard while she was speaking, she mentioned that you need to learn some very, very phenomenal and amazing skills. All right. You need to learn some very, very phenomenal and amazing skills. That's the skills that can really, really earn you more, and you cannot keep depending on your salary. And that's why I'm presenting to you, just like I did at Money Summit, the Digital Profit Bundle. All right, Digital Profit Bundle, how you can begin to learn the tools for attracting money online. Okay, you want to transition from not just staying on the physical and not all the monies that you make. You want to start making money online. The Digital Profit Bundle is one that you should get right now. All right. And it has to do with learning the tools for attracting money online. Now, what are the things you will be learning in one sitting, in one weekend? Just sit down. You would be able to learn the digital money sources, where are the places where money are online, your ideal money questionnaire, what are the questions you need to ask yourself in order to know whether you're ready to make money online. You would also know the product creation secret, what are the different products that you can create online and you can start making money from them instantly. Okay, even if you're a novice, knowing what to sell, how do you know the things that you can start selling online? How do you categorize your product from freemium to premium? And how do you start pricing your digital product? And how can you build your personal website? Okay, you can even start your own agency, your digital media agency, and start building website for people without writing codes. Okay, you don't have to write codes. There's a platform, you just go there, you do a drag and drop, and then you can do all the hosting, all the posting on social media, everything just by drag and drop. You have a lot of templates you can use for organization, and you can start earning. Imagine doing that. A website designer will charge you 150,000. Some of them even charge up to 300, 500,000. Imagine you doing that and making lots of money. And all of this is valued at 200,000 naira only. All right. Now, listen, that's not all. I'm adding some amazing bonuses to you if you can get this offer tonight. You will get a copy of my book, From White to White, for those who are passionate, you know your purpose, and you want to know how to make money from the things you have been doing for free. And people just say, oh, he's passionate, but there's no money. You want to know how to build wealth from it. There's an ebook there valued at 10,000 naira. How do you publish with ease on Amazon? How can you publish on Amazon by yourself? So you have a product you want to put on Amazon. You know, people will charge you a lot of lofty fee, but I'm giving you this as a bonus. How can you run ads that convert? You remember Dr. Adeyemi actually mentioned that. And how can you analyze data as a newbie? Okay, a lot of people are cashing out from data analysis today, and there's an easy way to get it done. How can you start a global podcast that people can listen to you from anywhere in the world with your smartphone? And then how can you start email marketing step by step? A lot of email marketers are making money. Many organizations are looking for people to manage their email list. And also, how can you manage your information product money? So all the money you make, how do you want to manage it so that it keeps growing? And all these bonuses are valued at 280,000. Imagine getting this 200,000, getting this also 280,000. That's 480,000 already. Listen, that is not all. I'm even giving you much more. A profitable online business strategies in 2024, a masterclass. I have a full course on Udemy that you will be accessing for free. And then also becoming a profitable author, you will get access to that book and the workbook, and also all the replay of Money Summit. So imagine getting this, and getting all of this. The total value of this is 780,000 naira. Okay, how much do you think I should give all of this? Imagine all of this in just one offer. All of this in just one offer. Now, because you have joined Growth School tonight, I'm giving you this offer for a very, very, very affordable and ridiculous fee of 6,000 naira only. And guess what? This offer ends at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Immediately 6 a.m., the offer moves up to 10,000 naira. But if you can get this offer right now and rush, just go to the link bit.ly/PYK bundle. PYK bundle, just go straight there, and then you can access offer at just 6,000 naira, knowing how to build an email, knowing how to build a website without code, knowing how to run ads, knowing how to publish book on Amazon, and learning all of those skills for just 6,000 naira. All right. Immediately you make payment, it takes you straight to where every of the offers are, and then you can get started. You can just sit down tomorrow and learn all of this, choose the one you want to do, and then start making money. All right. Money runs after value. If you can keep creating value, you will make more money. It's really not about the ability, it's more about the mentality. Thank you so much, guys. I want to see you go ahead and get this offer right now.